Welcome to D20 Deathmatch!
Woo! Welcome on in, Acolytes, as you find your seats and gather your popcorn. You find yourself following Alucia down into the dreaded fortress. And while typically there's a deep, musty smell, as if air stale has sat there for 20 years, something else wafts through the air. It smells delicious. And as you follow it closer, the smell of grilled meats, cheese. It's tacos. Tacos are here. In an immediate flash, the Grandmaster runs down the hallway and kicks open the door into the Shadow King's throne room. You ordered tacos without me?
Well, it's Taco Tuesday. What did you think?
It's not Taco Tuesday, it's Sunday. Did you forget what day of the week it is? And you don't order tacos without me. We always get tacos.
The last time I cared was before the Gregorian calendar, so it could be Tuesday if I want it to be Tuesday.
Fine, you still don't order it without me.
Fine, there's some here. Take some tacos.
Share?
Yes,
Did
I ordered
everyone
I ordered thousands of them because I can.
And where are they?
Snaps his fingers and just tables of tacos appear all around you.
Are you waiting? Did we all have to come and ask you for them instead of putting them out?
Well, I'm not just going to offer free tacos to everyone who walks in.
You should. We're all a team here.
Well,
Tabitha, Sarah, Kennedy, and like all the goblins start sniffing their way in. You see them poking in through the different doors. They deserve tacos.
You're telling me that all of these goblins have names?
Of course they have names. We have 328 employees here, and we know they all have names.
I just had numbered them 1 to 328. Like this one. This one's number 7, I think.
That is not 7.
7, yes, I think.
7.
17, 70, I'm not sure.
The Grandmaster gets down, leans down on a knee. Come over here. And quite timidly, this adorable goblin with bright pink hair, up in a ponytail, hands and mittens because it's freezing in the dungeon, comes up. Go ahead. Tell the Shadow King your name.
Yes, what?
I
Go on.
I work here, and I like tacos, and my name is Kisa. And she'll scurry back around hiding behind the Grandmaster. See, they all have names. Every single one.
No, it's okay. Come. Kisa, was it?
Kisa.
Kisa. Come.
Mm-hmm.
I have a gift for you.
Is it a taco?
It is.
I love tacos.
Me too.
And she'll hold out her mitten hands, awaiting a taco.
The Shadow King summons a spectral hand with a handful of tacos and just shoves them into her face, knocking her across the throne room.
What the heck, man? Really?
What?
Really?
Hand delivered.
You're the worst.
Yes.
Well, I hope that you at least offered enough tacos, not just for all the teams here that we've got going on, but also because we've got 2 champions coming in, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be hungry.
Well, bring them on. They can have the tacos if they're worthy.
All right, they get first pick, and you don't get to shove the tacos in their face. They get to pick out the tacos, and they put it in their own faces.
They can eat their own tacos, whatever. They can put the tacos in whatever hole. They can fill all of their holes with tacos. I don't care.
They can fill all their holes with tacos. Fine, as long as there's enough tacos for them to fill all their holes. You don't know how big their holes are.
There's plenty of tacos, trust me.
Good.
I haven't met a hole that couldn't be filled with this many tacos.
I don't want to know how many holes you've... Anyway, she's gonna clasp that amulet, scarring her hand once again with another cut, and a portal opens up, welcoming 2 fantastic champions for this evening. Nanamat and Decima, welcome yourselves to the dreaded fortress. Nanamat, the floor is yours.
A little bit nervous, not much of a fighter as I step through this portal. Are we in the right place?
Of course. You belong here.
may I ask who that is?
Ah, it is I, the Grandmaster, but it is not me you should be worried about. Look to your side, Nonomat. Decima.
And to your side, you see Decima, who walks in contrast to Nonomat's entrance, very confident, shoulders back, chest puffed out. They are a tall minotaur with a humanoid face with these large bull horns, a septum piercing, and the ears of a bull as well. And they smirk at you, Nonomat. And you can see that they have on one shoulder, they're holding their great axe that they fight with, and they just kind of nod.
Oh, yes.
Are you ready to die?
I'm ready to fight, Decima. And I think in contrast, like Ahamna said to Decima, Nonomat is, I think, just as tall as Decima, but right on the cusp of lanky and slender. Like, you could call them either one and you'll be more or less right. But most of them, they're kind of almost swimming in a long robe that almost covers up, the sleeves cover their hands. It goes all the way down to just above their ankles, and it's like beautiful blues and reds and golds. And in his hand, gripped very tightly, I think, in an attempt to stave off the shaking, is a beautiful golden staff with an ornamental head on top, and it looks like, I think it honestly looks like Bill's horns, but kind of curved enough for them to touch at the very peak. They look fairly similar to Decima, but much more. Imagine Decima, but slightly darker skin and a bit more gaunt, I think is the best way to describe them. Same antlers, ears, and eyes that seem to never quite pick between blue or green, depending on how the light hits it. It could be either one. And it's just kind of very anxiously looking around and then back at Decima, and then looking around as if they're trying to avoid eye contact with Decima, but they're the only familiar face in this space, so they always end up going back to them.
And Decima is staring at Nonomat this whole time, like not breaking at all. He doesn't even seem interested in the rest of the room at all. He's just staring daggers into Nonomat. You can still leave.
No. This is a battle of ideals, and while I might not be physically strong, I think my ideals are. I'll stand until I fall.
You know I don't want to do this, right?
And I don't want to do this either, Decima. You can still go.
In your hands? No.
Oh, adorable siblings to the end. How kind of you to offer the other to leave, but it's too late. And why would you want to go? We have tacos. And she'll scurry over with a handful of tacos each. Would you like some? We have shredded beef, we've got shredded chicken, we've got shrimp, fish tacos, we've got vegan tacos. What would you like?
Vegan tacos?
Yes.
What even is that?
Well, some have mushrooms in it, some opt for tofu, and then a couple others are just very veggie heavy.
Why make it into a taco? Why not just eat the vegetables?
This isn't a... Forget it.
It just seems like an extra step.
I will throw a vegan taco at you. Just... Hold on. Let me roll to hit.
Yeah, go for it.
How much damage does a vegan taco do?
Okay. Well, that's going to be a 21 to hit.
The Shadow King opens up a portal in front of you that the taco just comes out and hits you in the back of the head.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Fine,
too
whatever.
slow.
They're not even for you right now. Which tacos would you like? As she presents you with a whole plethora.
I think beef is not really my thing.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. But I would love some vegan tacos if that's okay.
Oh my gosh, in a moment of embarrassment, the Grandmaster's face goes bright red. I am so sorry. These are
it's
not from around here. And she'll shuck all the beef tacos out the window.
You don't know these.
Derek, is that you?
No, not Derek. And his sister Casey.
Don't worry, we waited for Derek to pass peacefully first, and then.
That's why he's so gamey.
Okay. Yes, I'll take the. You know what? I think I lost my appetite. Yeah.
I think you see Decima take like a couple vegan tacos in one hand, squish them together, and then shove them in Rare mouth. These are really good.
Yes, no, I don't doubt it, but it was on the same platter as.
Hey,
Derek,
the
so I
audience is
think-
asking for tacos. Here, hold on. And then Decima will take a whole tray and just like shove them towards the audience, showering you all with tacos.
Tacos for all! And you hear individuals from the crowd cheering wildly, Decima for president! Right? Give the people what they want!
I think giving tacos to the crowd awards you a bless on your first roll
Oh, thank you.
before we're even there. I gotta say that's worthy of a D4.
I would take one of the trays. I think the one that you scraped Derek off of. I'm gonna just, and I think I'll just keep the tray. I'll just kind of hold on to it.
Ooh.
It is a beautiful silver platter tray with gorgeous embroidery etched within it. 2 handles on each side. Very sturdy and has the weight of about 5 pounds, actually.
Okay, I think I'm struggling a little bit because I'm just a weak little boy. I'm very
You're
weak.
just like, oh.
Oh, okay. And I just kind of like tuck it under my arm and kind of hold on tight to it.
It's a family heirloom. Please destroy it.
Oh,
And-
okay.
Guess you don't like your family very much, huh?
Have you met them? And she'll point over to the Shadow King.
That's just rude. I've taken great care of you here. I didn't even kill you when I came back.
Oh, yes. And this necklace is really just for looks, and it's not a
Well,
shackle.
That's for your own good. We all know how children can be.
Children! I've lived hundreds. Never mind. Okay, whatever. And she'll clasp that amulet again, opening up the portal. We're not fighting where the tacos are. Please exit the Dread Fortress, keeping your hands and feet together at all times, except for light shuffling, and you may find yourselves into the actual arena.
Okay.
And
I
as
hold,
we're
hold
walking,
my hands up my face and like shuffle in.
and as we're walking, Decima just kind of like leans into Nanomat and whispers, "And I thought we had family drama."
Yeah, I think honestly, just to put anything into perspective, I'm still going to fight. That's not me backing down. But yeah, I think we might have it better.
Weirdly enough, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't hear you.
I don't care enough to roll.
As you walk in, suddenly, poof, you are surrounded in this lavender, purple, teal environment. Fluffy trees abound you, as if it is Horton Hears a Who all over again. Light, fluff, dandruff, not dandruff.
A lot of itchy
no,
scalps
he's
coming
dangerous.
out.
I forgot to use my head and shoulders. I forgot to use my head and shoulders. It's my bad.
Dandelions.
A lot of dandruff out here.
Purple dandruff and dandelions float through the air, giving it a soft, eerie feel as the light glow emanates from the trunk and root and branches of the tree, lighting the space. And as you look up, you see no sun, you see no stars, and no moon. Instead, you see the light of the crowds. Your audience, your acolytes, followed you here to this fight, ready to see this battle commence. Purple and blue abound, but they look for red. Or whatever color you bleed. We'll find out soon enough. And the Grandmaster beckons you in. Fight hard, my champions! Show them what sibling rivalry really looks like. Don't go easy on each other. And she'll fly high up into the air and take a seat in her throne, looking out amongst the acolytes. Acolytes, we give you a battle that you've never seen before. May you cheer loudly, choose your victor, and hopefully, you will choose a winner. Shadow King.
Yes, very well. Let's get this started, Acolytes. I hope you're ready. We've brought you tacos, but now we'll bring you some real sustenance. Let the battle begin!
I need you both to roll initiative. You can click those cross swords, and then there'll be a dice for you to roll in there.
Oh, cross sword.
Up at the top right.
Top
There you go. You got it. Natural 20!
Oh, damn.
20!
No.
Dirty.
Dirty
Followed by a
20.
dirty 20. I'm sorry. Not as exciting.
All right. Okay.
Why
All
is
right.
it big?
I like my 20s like I like my tacos.
Two of
Wow.
them?
That's it.
Natural?
Natural and dirty. Natural and dirty. That's
I like
the
them
answer.
both ways.
I just like tacos. All right, then. Desmo with a natural 20. You also have a 1d4 blessed to start us out here in round number 1.
All right. Decima, I think, takes a look around at this forest, and they kind of like brush off some of this dandruff that is falling onto their body, and he takes the axe, the great axe that is on his shoulders, and kind of like hefts it over. You can see that he has the strength to be able to wield it. It's not difficult, but you can see exactly how heavy the great axe is in his hands. And it's this beautiful, large great axe. I think it mimics actually the staff that you have. It has a very similar sort of filigree on it. And they bring it down to the ground with this big thud as it hits. Nonamat, you know that I can't let you kill the god of fate, okay? I need to be the god of fate myself.
No one should be in that position. No one should have that power. It's just built for corruption. Decimo, we can talk this through.
I'm done talking. I was done talking when Morda died. And with that, I am going to activate my Echo Knight ability. But I'm going to tweak it a little bit if that's okay, GM's lovely Grandmaster and Shadow King. I am going to use my Manifest Echo to create a ghostly figure that will appear 15 feet away from me towards Nonamat. Ideally, I want this figure to appear next to Nonamat if possible. But this figure is not an echo of myself, but rather is an echo of our brother, our late brother, Morda.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. This is some family drama. And she'll elbow the Shadow King. Good thing their family seems a little weirder than ours, huh?
Yes, it seems on the scale of families that they're way more fucked up than we are. Puts it in perspective, I think.
Seeing this apparition appear, I can't help myself. I hesitate and step back. Just go, Mortar?
And you can see Morta, who looks very similar to both Nonamat and Decima here. The same horns, the same ears, just a slight difference in their build. And he reaches out for you when you call his name, as if he was going to hold your hand.
I reach out to take his hand.
And when you reach out to take his hand, I am going to cast Inflict Wounds on you using Morta's hand. So I'm going to make a melee spell attack really quickly. 1 second. If I can figure out how to do that.
Are these emotional wounds?
I think so, in addition to them. Does a dirty 20 hit?
It would. Actually,
Ooh.
I think it does. Yes, it does.
Oh, okay. All right.
another
Okay.
hit.
In that case, you are going to take 5 points of necrotic damage as Morta takes your hand and curls his fingers around yours. And for a second, you feel warmth. You shouldn't. This is a manifestation, an echo, a spirit, a memory of our brother. and yet it feels corporeal, it feels real, and then you can feel your fingers start to weaken, and that weakness starts to crawl up your arm.
In reaction, I'm going to use a reaction. I'm going to use Gift of the Gem Dragon, telekinetic reprisal. As I take this damage, I flinch, and almost just reactively a pulse of telekinetic energy erupts out from around me. And I need your apparition, your echo, to make a strength saving throw.
Okay, all right,
DC
okay.
17.
I think it's
17.
interesting you said apparition and not your brother.
I think my brother would never hurt me, and I think being hurt snaps me out of this daze, I suppose.
That is a 18.
Okay, so it takes half damage.
Okay. The echo has 1 HP, so if you're hitting it at all, it's
so
like gone.
it gets eviscerated, it evaporates. As this pulse of telekinetic energy comes off of me. I mean, I might as well roll for it, I guess. So it would have been 3 points of damage. I didn't half it. So that would have been 3 points of damage. But yeah, it pulses off of me and dissipates this apparition, this facade of my brother.
And Decima, seeing you sort of pulsate this energy and destroy our brother, kind of like laughs once, this wry laugh, there's no humor beneath it, and starts to, I think, circle around where the top tree, the one that is pulsating and changing in colors. Ray starts to walk around that tree, putting a little bit of distance between you and himself, and says, "What? Afraid of our brother?" And I will end my turn.
That wasn't our brother. He wouldn't hurt me or any of us like that. And I'm going to reach for my I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I'm gonna reach for my pouch and pull out a bag of ball bearings. And just throw them onto the ground. Like, I don't move from where I am, I just throw them onto the ground. I probably actually move like a bit closer around here and throw them onto the ground, and there's a 10-foot square of just ball bearings there now. That'll be my action, and then I'll step back again.
Are these rather tiny? I'm guessing, and I'm trying to figure out, like, in terms of visibility, as it kind of seeps a little bit into the soft, fuzzy grass.
Yeah, I think they're quite literally kind of tiny objects. So yes, they're tiny.
Okay.
As I throw them onto the ground and then take several steps back again, and then as a bonus action, I have no idea what I can do as a bonus action. I didn't plan this through. Oh, I know. I pick up some of those ball bearings, 3 of those ball bearings, and I'm gonna cast a magic stone on them.
Oh, nice.
And then hold them close to my hand. As you see, like, I slam my staff down, and 3 ball bearings start glowing in like bright gold light. I pick those ones up and then hurry back to my spot.
I'm trying to imagine you, like, very cautiously and quickly running backwards.
Yeah, it's not delicate at all. Like, I think I'm dressed like a noble. Like, I look like someone who should be regal and composed, but I'm very much out of my comfort zone. So I just scurry back and just kind of keep an eye out for Decima's next move, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Don't worry, retreat is a great strategy. Get good positioning.
I'm not much of a fighter, but I think I'm an okay tactician. And they wait.
I think it's actually, Lucia is not joking out. She thinks that's an excellent strategy. As a ranger herself, she sees the need to find a better spot. It's the ideal way to start a fight.
I just think you're a coward.
Oh, okay.
You don't get to heckle them. That's up for our wonderful acolytes. But I do need a roll from you, Shadow King.
Very well. Oh, 14.
14, he says, as if he
It's not
should be
bad.
proud of that. It's okay. It's better than a 10.
Yes, it's 4 better than a 10, actually.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for mathing us out, right? We're real excited. This isn't math class, it's a death match. You know what? You know what? We're gonna really change things up. I think we should summon the Box of Chaos.
Well, I don't think that you're going to make that decision. In fact, I'm the only one who gets to make that decision, and I'm going to summon the box because I want to.
No, the box is coming because I've summoned it. That's how
No,
this
the box
works.
is coming because the Acolytes demand it, and I'm a man of the people.
No, you're not. They don't even know who you are, really. That's why you have me running these.
Uh,
That's right.
this
Box
is
of
because I
Chaos,
said
come on
so, not
down.
because of the Grandmaster.
As the Shadow King stands up, snaps his fingers, and a box lands right in the middle of the ball bearings. And this box flips open with an empty lid.
Let's see, who's it gonna be this week? I don't know. Lady Magdala. Have you died yet? I'm not sure.
He's going to reach out a shadowy hand into the crowd and pick Lady up by the head with the fingers of this shadowy, and then is just going to like a chicken, swing it around till the neck breaks, and then throw the entire body into the box. As the box lid shuts and rumbles and shakes, the lid flips open again with a fiery column of yellow and pink fire as these shadowy hands and yellow eyes poke out of the top.
There! Happy?
That was scary.
What's in the box?
That Acolyte was. I just killed her.
Yeah.
No, there's more than that. What's in the box?
Oh, what's in the box? Oh, you want to know what
What's
you can
in
use
the
the box
box?
for? Oh, see, yes. You can make a sacrifice to it at any time. Doesn't really matter what it is. It's a free action. In exchange, you'll get a magic item back.
It'll be a random magic item, and you can put anything in the box. It's a fair exchange, as long as you put something or someone.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It also takes cryptocurrency.
Oh.
No, I'm okay, thanks.
Yeah,
I don't really.
Yeah. That bubble kind of
You
popped
know-
away from a long time ago.
Also, like, it's really bad for the environment. Like,
Yeah.
like maybe all this dandruff is because of the cryptocurrency mining.
Yeah. I'm trying to think maybe just ash. It might just straight up be ash.
Very well. Anything else before we begin round number 2?
No, you could have really hyped up the Box of Chaos a lot more, but sure, put
I
out
mean,
cryptocurrencies.
What else could I have done?
I don't know, promise them magic items of health potions and daggers and swords and bubbles and orbs of annihilation.
I don't
All
know what the
sorts of
box
things
is
have
going
come out
to
of that
give.
box.
It all depends on the strength of the soul.
Oh,
Well, we'll see how strong Lady Magdala is, but I have faith it will render something truly glorious in this fight. So remember, it's a free action, champions. At any point in time during this match, you can encounter it, offer it something, and you will get something in return. Random, of course. So let's go ahead and kick off round number 2.
Fight!
so we're allowed to offer something or someone. All right then. How do you feel about getting in the box, Anna? And
Oh.
Decima
Right.
is going to make a beeline straight for Nonomat from where he is. That does require going through the ball bearings. Do I see them before I get there?
Perception check. Actually, let me ask this. Just for a little, since you have family history here, Nonomat, have you tried to pull this trick before, like growing up?
No, actually. No.
Okay. So then it will be perception and not history.
All right, perception check it is. How does a 14 do?
14. Nonomat, I'm going to have you counter with your own stealth to see how well you hide those ball bearings.
Probably not great, judging from my stealth stat.
Have faith. Have faith. Never mind.
Nope.
It's a 5.
Now, you do see them, but there are a lot in this space. It would notably, like, if you were trying to dodge them individually, it would probably, for the time allotted, would cut it in half of how far you could get if you were trying to
Okay.
tiptoe through around them.
Okay. Instead, I think what I'm going to do is when I'm not going to try to tiptoe through them, but I think Decima goes up running towards Nonomat, and then sees these ball bearings on the ground. And I think, like, in that split second before Ray would have stepped on it and, like, probably hurt themselves in some way, I will functionally use my mobile feat to use the dash action to go through them, and as part of the feat, difficult terrain doesn't cost me extra movement, and so is just going to dash straight through them towards Nana. I'm gonna give you a moment. I don't know if the ball bearings do anything. I don't know if they're special.
There is a dex save to cross them if you're not halving
right.
the speed.
That's fine. I have advantage on dex saves if I can see what's going on, so I'm gonna
It's
do
not
that.
very high. I think it's DC 10.
Since you had rolled a 5, I want to share with the audience that even the Acolytes can see these balls. Like, these balls are very visible. You just laid those out there on the ground for everyone to take a look at. So thank you.
I got a 6, even with advantage.
You fail. You fall prone in the ball bearings.
To make it narratively interesting, I think Decima makes it just next to the chest, the box of chaos, and manages to trip and slip and fall. And they, in an attempt to sort of like prevent themselves from falling, he swings his great axe towards the box and only manages to like clinch onto the side, onto a handle, and kind of like opening it a little bit more than it was before, prone on the ground.
It definitely creaks open.
As you kind of lay there with your axe out, those shadowy hands and fingers creep over the side. Is that for me?
No. I've got something better for you. Leave this alone. And Decima is attempting to wrench the great axe back, but I will pass the turn over to you.
Oh, the box will let go if you are offering something better.
Like in this moment right now?
It's a free action, yeah. If you want, you can say no. You can wait.
The something better is Nana. I would like to shove Nana in the box.
I've made up my mind and I ain't changing it.
You'll have to get to me first.
The box will wait then for that moment then. All right. Nana Matt, it is your turn.
So I think Nana and Matt is kind of like wringing their hands. And then when they see Decima thud and hit the ground after sticking the ball bearings, see they flinch and then kind of open their eyes and see Decima on the ground. Are they still on the ground or did they stand up?
I think it's
It's half your movement.
all of your movement. It was half my movement to stand up. If I have the movement to stand up, I would. But if I don't, then I'm still prone.
And it was like, that wasn't the plan, actually. Sorry about this. And they slam their staff down again. And I'm going to cast Animate Objects. And you are in many, many ball bearings. As I cast Animate Objects and animate 10 ball bearings to surround Decima. As my action.
All right. 10 ball bearings.
Yes. And as a movement, I'm going to move a little bit further back, a little bit more back to put some distance between me and Decima. I think I'll move here, and then use my bonus action, and all of the ball bearings are going to attack Decima one by one.
Okay, roll those hits.
Okay.
You can roll them as a batch or one by one, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I'll roll is there a way to roll 10 D20s?
Yeah, click
Or
on
is
the
it automatically add
D20 at the bottom right, and then just change it to 10 instead of a 1.
Okay, yeah, there is.
Yeah. All right. Is there a?
That didn't help. I should have split that up.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Is there a plus to that?
+8.
+8. So we have a 17, a natural 1.
Wow.
A 17, 17, 14, 17, 25, 21, 17, 25, 16. What is your AC here? Oh, okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits, and then one that will do half damage as a glancing blow, tying the AC. So 7.5 hits.
7.5. Okay. So 7 plus 28. So 7d4 plus 28 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
That is so much damage.
That's a lot of damage.
47 points of bludgeoning damage as all these ball bearings slam into you. They completely surround you. They all have flying speeds, so that some are hovering above you, some are around you. They're slamming into you from every direction as I cast this. And every time I'm like, sorry, Decima, I did say I wanted to just talk. I'm sorry. And that is their turn.
That's like the worst obstacle course ever.
That was a lot of damage. Oh boy.
Personally, I've never been hit by so many balls before, so I can't imagine what that's like.
Sounds like a Friday night.
For you, yes, absolutely. All right. As we go into this, that was brutal. That was brutal. You know what? I think I want to offer them a little bit of a prize. The Acolytes are begging for chaos anyway. She'll stand up and offer out, between her two palms, a floating gift. Bright blue sapphire paper wrapped around it. Who would like it? As she yells out to the champions.
I wouldn't mind.
I'm like attempting to, but I'm getting attacked by ball bearings.
Let's go ahead and have you both roll a d20 then. Whoever rolls highest shall get the gift.
All right.
Okay.
Ah, man.
That's
This mother 5 will not be
I rolled the 5 for a
16.
second. I was like, oh no.
Listen, you can't tie. I don't have 2 gifts to give. I'm not allowing it. You all may be twins, but that's not how this is rolling. No twin dice. You all are twins, correct on the lore?
Yes.
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 The audience is picking up these pieces. I'm doing it for them, not for me. And Nonomat, you see this gift slowly just float down to you gently, landing in your hands. How do you open presents? This is a big test. It tells a lot about people.
Very meticulous. I'm the kind of person who opens up the present so that I can use the paper later if I really needed to.
You mean you're a
Very
psychopath?
I mean, you saw what I just did to my twin. Maybe. As I very carefully and daintily unwrap this gift.
You pull back that sapphire wrapping paper, gorgeous, and you can save that in your pocket for later. A lovely lavender ribbon as well that matches the surroundings. And as you pull open that lid, you find inside a potato. We're now playing hot potato as this potato begins to steam and warm up on this end.
Ow.
After it has passed hands, or after 2 rounds, it will explode.
Okay. That's terrifying.
So keep that in mind.
Hot. They gave it to me as a gift, and I don't want to be impolite, but it is hurting my hands.
It will be warm to the touch, and it will continue to get hotter. No actual damage done until the end of the second round.
Okay.
So whoever it is holding or closest to, that it will do the damage to. All right. Shadow King, you roll a 13.
13.
Fine. I'll accept it. Kick us off into round 3 then.
Very well, round number 3. Decima, you are the first to act.
Decima, I think, with all of these ball bearings around, is just like trying to dodge and like prevent these attacks from happening with his great axe. And he is visibly, I think, starting to get frustrated. And as every time that Nana said sorry, every time it's just one more pinprick in their mind. And Ray's like, stop with these, you coward! And Decima is going to, again, I think, use his bonus action in order to manifest this echo of Morta once again in front of you. And this time, Morta has a spectral, ghostly version of Decima's axe, great axe, in his hand, and he wields it with these blank eyes looking at you. And I am going to use all of my attacks that I have, which are 3, in order to attack you using the echo.
Oh.
So I'm going to.
It's perfect. He's getting personal now. I like this.
I'm going to just roll all 3 and then ask you if they hit.
Oh, it's a natural one!
They all miss.
Cries. Wait, I have a bless. I'm going to use my D4.
You do.
I'm going to use my D4 on the 13.
Hey, it's a 4.
Okay.
To make that a 17.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, let me just roll damage real quick.
1 will hit.
Yes, I'm re-rolling that too, because I have a feature that lets me do that. Woo! So you will take 13 points of slashing damage as this version of our brother wields Decima's great axe, something that he would never have been able to wield in life, but in this form is empowered to do so, and slashes at you. I think you see some sort of hesitation in his ghostly eyes as the first and the second swing sort of hit down beside you, but that third one I think comes around and sweeps your legs. And I am going to use one of my other abilities in order to let me just double check.
The moment I get struck, I'm going to use my reaction again. Go to the gem dragon, and I just go, I'm sorry, and again, boom, a pulse comes out of me, and because it's half damage if you save anyway, it destroys the apparition again.
Please describe to me like the look on your face as you see your brother attacking you and you have to do this repulsion yet again.
I think it's I look to the image of Morta, and it's very sad and apologetic, and I just say I'm sorry, and the telekinetic pulse comes off of me and destroys the apparition. And then I turn to Decima, and I think the nerves have kind of died down, and I'm just glaring at Decima now for using the image of our brother to do something that our brother would never, ever do. It's like desecrating the dead.
I love it. Anything else for your turn as you stand far off along the tree line?
Decima is going to use his movement in order to, if I can, because I know that I have like these ball-bearing monsters animated around me, is going to try and push past them and run towards Nonomat to get as close as I can to close that distance.
I will, just so you know, I guess above game, all of them get opportunity attacks.
Oh man, there's like 10 of them. Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I think I'll stay. And I've used all of my bonus, my action, and everything. So I think what Decima is going to do is instead.
Oh, and you can hit them. They have like AC and HP. So if you want to like start striking some down, you can as well.
Or take them with you.
I mean, probably.
Instead, I think I'm going to, if I may, and you can tell me if I can't do this, use my movement to try and get to the other side of the box of chaos, ideally still staying within the range of the animated ball bearings.
You're like right.
To get a different position.
I don't see why not. You're right. You're right on the box. You can kind of work around it without being out of that range.
Uh,
I would think.
all right. Then I'm going to move myself around, still focusing. I think Decima himself is not actually looking at Nona this whole time. I think Ray like animated this ghostly version of our brother and then did not pay attention to you, and instead has been trying to stave off these ball bearings. And I will pass the turn to you.
Kind of like breathing to themselves, trying to psych themselves up. So I think they're like, okay, I'm doing better than I thought I would. I can do this. I've got this. Oh. And they're gonna take a few steps forward, and as they do, they're gonna yell out, "I can give the box anything, right? Do I have to be near the box to get what it gives me?"
Nope.
You could try to throw something in. It just depends if you can actually hit it.
No, I'm not great at throwing things, and as I say this, 9 of the ball bearings are gonna follow Decima, and one of them is gonna go into the box.
All right. As that ball bearing launches into the box, the lid slams shut. It begins to rumble and shake. Roll me a D10.
D10.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, a 9.
Ooh.
And then roll me a D100.
May you roll high, champion. You did not.
6.
I did not.
It's kind of a 69, a little bit.
Yeah, again.
Nice.
They work both
Nice.
ways.
Nice. Roll me
What
a
is nice backwards? Eason?
Eason.
Ekin, I guess it depends how you pronounce the C
Yeah.
in this, I guess.
Yeah. Ison?
Roll me another D10, please.
D10. Oop.
Oh wow.
That's fantastic.
Okay.
We always know ones are where the best things are.
Of course.
Okay. Take me just a second here.
Don't worry. He's looking at stuff. The Shadow King is
I don't know what
deep
this is.
within the box, saying hello to all the many souls that have tried to survive here in this space. And if you all didn't know, there's only a single mug in there. One. Just one mug. We don't even know what it looks like. We just know it exists.
Okay.
Only those in the box have ever just seen it, you know?
As that box rumbles and shakes, the lid flips open and a column of pink and yellow fire shoot to the sky, producing no heat. But out of that box floats to you a leather breastplate, which you can be wearing. Won't affect your movement or anything else, or any of your other perks. But it will add a +1 AC to your armor. This is a well, you know, I'll let you describe what it looks like.
Yeah.
I think it floats over and it's very odd. It's almost like when they grab it, it looks like it kind of flexes and moves like leather, but it's translucent. Like you can see partially through it, and there's a slight gleam to it whenever the almost purplish violet light hits it. And as they don it on over, just very awkwardly kind of push themselves through it with their robe on, I think it kind of melts into the robe, and the robe itself gains this glisten as it's almost like modifies and adapts to whatever you're currently wearing at the time.
As it kind of melds into what you're wearing, you begin to feel kind of a surge of power and prowess in a certain regard. Pick one saving throw to have advantage on for the rest of the match.
Constitution.
Okay. Advantage on con saves for the rest of the match.
No regrets. Watch, everything else is dex from here on out.
Oh boy, I'm gonna be screwed if that's the case. But yes, as my bonus action, as I drop one of the board bearings in there and I've donned this piece of armor, I'm going to command the board bearings to attack again.
Okay.
And
Have you
not
named your
only-
small fleet of bearings?
They
They don't have to
No.
have all individual names, but it's like, hey,
I think
like you're
I
Nona
think-
Mat, like here's all the mats.
Here's all the mats. None of Matt and the Mats, I think it is. Yeah.
I'd go listen to that band.
All right. Roll us 9
yeah, they all
d20s then.
attack. It'll be 9 D20s this time because one
Yep.
has been pinned to the bottom.
All right, +8 on those.
Yes.
Let's see. One is half damage, so 3, 4, 5 hits, and then half damage on a 6th.
Okay. I'll do the first 5.
Nonomat and the mini mats.
Oh wait, I like that. And the mini mats. Okay, so this is the first 5.
Wow.
And then you said half damage for
Half damage on the last.
yeah.
35 points of damage plus another
Half that.
4. 39
So
total.
that's 39.
Yes,
All
big
right.
hits.
What? Enough of this! And the Grandmaster will stand up, and she holds in her hand a very small silvery disc. It is what we call in the science world a magnet. And it begins to pull strongly and draws those other 9 bearings. You hear the other one inside the box just kind of ricocheting around, like trying to get out, but it can't. All right, it's been consumed. The other 9 come zipping through. You need to kill your wonderful sibling another way, and she'll throw it back behind her. No more balls!
You're such a cheater. Why are you such a cheater?
Why am I a cheater?
I was enjoying that.
Listen, balls are just half the show, okay? We're gonna get more action here.
Okay. more
Yeah,
action.
I suppose
Okay.
you're right. Enough with the balls. Hit it with the shaft. Staff.
Okay. And I still have my action because moving the board bearings is a bonus action.
Yes.
And I'm going to grab my staff and place it against my head. And you can see those the horns on the staff kind of meet right in the center of where I guess you would think the third eye is. And my actual horns kind of glow a gold to match the ones around the staff. As I pull forward from it, you see a almost black tendril attached from my forehead to the staff be pulled out and become almost like a dark whip as I reach out and whip forwards. And you need to make an intelligence saving throw. As I
All
use
right.
Tasha's mind whip.
I'm so good at intelligence. I'm not.
Big brain time.
Big brain time.
Good brain.
Just a 15 save.
It does not.
Oh.
My DC 17.
No.
So
All right.
it deals
Wow.
yeah, there we go. Damage. 14 points of psychic damage. And I lash out, and now you can, your next turn, you can only either choose to move, use a bonus action, or action, but you have to choose one of those 3, and you don't get a reaction.
Okay.
Jeez. Pretty brutal, pretty brutal. All right.
I kind of like turn around to the general area. I heard the Grandmaster go, does that count?
Yes, that counts! Be proud of
Okay.
yourself! Look at you pulling the essence from your own mind, turning it and manifesting it into pain. That's what we're looking for.
So I just want to make it clear. So I can't do the board bearing thing anymore.
I'm
Or,
going
like-
to take all your balls away if you throw more balls on the field.
Okay. Just-
Anything else for your turn?
That's the end of my turn.
You two have both spilled blood. Truly epic. And a little closer to death than I realized. And the Acolytes scream, yelling. The two of you have fought hard so far. A brutal fight for the first half, we might add. So much so that you have gained favor with the Acolytes, and you have both been granted hero points. Hero points are a special gift of the arena. This allows you to go above and beyond. Sure, you can use it for a reroll or an action surge, but I also want you to think of it as something extra, beyond this, plus ultra, going over 9,000, something major. Throw away those character sheets and give us a move we've never seen before. Whether it is to save your own skin or to take the skin of another. But Anyway, Shadow King, let's get to roll from you.
Yes, very well. Here's a 16.
A 16 is actually not bad, and she doesn't chastise you for having mediocre rolls, as she's in a good mood right now. You know what? Let's all take a breather. I think we all need to take a little bit of a moment to recharge and reset everything. So,
Get some more tacos.
champions, we'll get more tacos for everyone. We're going to take a
I might
10-minute
take you up on
break.
the tacos, actually. Yeah.
Breathe easy. We'll see you all in 10.
Welcome back, Acolytes. Hopefully you're filled with tacos in your mouth holes.
Thank you for
Just to be
clarifying their
clear.
mouthfuls. Yes. This is educational. That's where tacos go. All right.
Wait, hold on a second. Is that Acolyte? I think the Acolyte's eating Derek. They're eating. I thought we threw that away. No? Okay.
No, please stop eating Derek, please.
Well, they've already gotten 3/4 of the way through them. It would be kind of a waste now.
I mean, Derek wouldn't want to go to waste, I suppose. He was very, very conscious about reuse, reduce, recycle.
Who's gonna tell the
Very hard.
family?
For those, all proceeds of the tacos will go to Derek's family. And there's a small faction of those who are enjoying saying, "We love Derek," instead of "We love taco" shirt. Like they cross out the taco word and put Derek instead. This is a horrible tribute and not how things should be done at all. But I have nothing else for you all.
It's okay. We appreciate the effort. I'm sure Derek, wherever he is right now, really appreciates it as well.
He's in a lot of places. That stomach and that stomach and that stomach and that stomach.
Okay, that's not
Okay,
okay.
all
I
right.
need to know the details of it. Okay.
Decima takes a taco, the nearest one, wherever. I think there's one on the ground. Just takes the nearest taco and throws it at the Shadow King.
Roll the hit.
Please do.
All right, let's see. Is this just like an improvised attack? or
Yeah,
like-
just roll
Go with your
whatever.
highest thing. Whatever your highest
Whatever
thing
you
is,
got.
just assume that.
Does a
I-
17 hit?
I would like to help
They're gonna help
in
you up for
seeing
it.
this as I see Decima throw this and I see like the trajectory of it missing. I'm like, okay, I'm probably gonna regret this, and I slam my staff down. And I think Decima's seen this before, and I don't know, maybe the Grandmaster and the Shadow King have seen something like this before, but I'm going to use Chrono Shift, and you see everything stop and go back and reverse and
Yeah.
to get another go. I'm like, you threw it a bit too low last time. Try a bit higher.
And I will do it again. And this time, I think the taco kind of like in reverse time goes back into Decima's hand. And this time, Decima is going to take a bite out of the taco first. And then, bringing their arm, like shoulders back even further, is going to chuck it higher, like Nana said, and does a 21 hit.
That taco flies up and just kind of smacks the Shadow King right in the chest, shoulder area as the taco and the grease kind of slide down his well-oiled muscles on his arms. And he just glares at you for just a moment, but in that moment, his eyes flash yellow as you feel a chill just run down your spine.
Well, all in good fun. Maybe we should have a food fight.
As he starts summoning tacos and just starts throwing them at the acolytes. And as those tacos, the shells of them just start piercing into their bodies. And just like you see acolytes falling out of the stands and just falling onto the ground, kind of making a circle
Okay.
around the battlefield.
That's enough of that. Let's go ahead and get back into the match before any other acolytes find themselves needing any care.
I like to have fun too.
And you see a horde of goblins just pour in from the entrances of the arena with little Medicare packages in hand, prepared to run around and provide triage to anyone who had taken taco piercing damage.
Oh, taco piercing.
Did not know we had to prepare.
I assume these are hard shell tacos then, and not
Oh, yeah.
soft shell.
These
Yes.
ones.
I don't know. Well, if
have a
it's
good
soft shell,
variety.
do you just like slap people with it? Like, is that more
I guess
bludgeoning
so.
or?
Like, yeah, but those are like the bean-filled ones, so those are like, like fire damage because they like
Yeah.
beam damage because it gets stuck on like the roof of their mouths and burns them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't heard of bean fire, but
Bean fire damage, yeah. You wouldn't know it. It's in an
real
obscure rule book.
Enough of this. Last time we left off, both of you have been granted hero points. Hot potato is 1 round done, 1 round.
Oh, yeah,
Let
I have
go
the hot
as you
potato.
feel
I
it
forgot about
steaming
that.
in your pocket now. At this point, it's sizzling. It even makes a little sound behind it, so that way you hopefully don't forget about it and have it still in your pocket by the time it ends. If not, maybe bold choice. Whatever it is, we're into round number 4.
Decima, I would like to use my hero point, if I can, if I may. Decima, feeling the weight and the pain of all of the ball bearings that had attacked him honestly that's not the part that hurt. It's the fact that Nona used Tasha's mind whip, I think, that really hurt Decima. Particularly because, if I may, Drac, if it's okay with you, perhaps the mind whip was a remnant, an echo of that echo of Morda. And it is the memory of our brother as he actually was in life that whips through Decima's mind, whips through Rare Psyche, and that memory hurts. And for a second, it's as if he's going to reconsider, but he shakes himself. He looks up at you and he says, "Enough of this. I am going to fix the mistake. Morda wasn't supposed to die. That was a mistake, and I'm going to fix it. And I'm going to fix it right now." And with that, I am going to take a running leap, and Decima is going to jump into the box of chaos, and with Rare Great Axe is going to close the lid. And with my hero point, I would like to argue that instead of being consumed by the box of chaos, Decima consumes it and its power. Because if they're gonna be a god, it's time to ascend.
I adore this. We have seen acolytes cheering on champions who have offered their hero point, who have offered parts of themselves, but we have never seen anyone come in and try to take over the box of chaos, consuming it in a way.
As you dive into the box of chaos and you pull that lid down, you notice that you're not consumed, but you're also not alone, as multiple sets of yellow eyes and shadowy figures appear in this box and look around. "What is it you want?" They all say in kind of a unison echo.
I am your god now. Fight for me. Kill my twin in my name.
"So you want our power? Is that what you're saying?"
Yes, it's rightfully mine, after all.
Roll
I love that.
roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay,
As you
I'm
speak to this,
good at those.
the box of chaos is one of many souls, a legion, if you will, of those who have been consumed and witnessed battle after battle.
As the box, these shadows begin to kind of swirl around you, you see their individual yellow eyes begin to make trails, and it becomes sort of a yellow tornado inside of this box. As the box, this tornado kind of consumes you for a moment, picking you up and swirling you around as these shadowy souls begin to enter into your mouth and your eyes, as you begin to ingest these souls now, as the box of chaos becomes you and you become it. And as you gain, let's say 3/4 of your health, so whatever 75% of your health is, you're gonna get it. And that box, as you come out of it, you're gonna wear these shadows around you like a shield, giving you a +2 to your AC. And you will be able to use them as weapons. We'll add a +2 to your weapons as well. So you will have a +2 to the AC, +2 to hits on all of your weapons as they're covered in this shadow. And these souls kind of reinvigorate you and lend you some of their vitality as you consume them. And as you're thrown out of the box lays dormant.
And I think of the shadows that are around Decima, the largest one is Lady Magdala, the most recent acolyte to have been sacrificed to the box. And the lady kind of like circles around Decima, almost like a circlet around Rarehead. And in this form, with his eyes completely yellowed, with I think even bits of the yellow sort of shadowy spirits like coming out of his mouth as well, Decima starts to charge towards you. I think it was probably an action to do all of that in the box itself, so I will pass over my turn to you, but I am like right in front of you.
The box of chaos and the hero points are both free actions.
Oh, okay, in that case.
Drac, your face was like, no.
Actually, I was gonna say, because I use Tasha's Mind Whip, so they can only choose to move bonus action or action, and if they choose to
Okay, in that case, I will just move towards you.
Okay. Should I use it immediately? I think I look up at this now shadowing case image of Decima, and I look with not fear or anger, like the anger that they had when they originally been using the image of Mortar to attack dissipates when you see Decima first jump into the box. There was very clear panic on my face, and then seeing them come out, there was a moment of relief, and then I saw the power that they took in, and it's more pity. I look to Decima, and with a pained and pitying expression, say, "You already been corrupted by just this power, and you expect to be fine, seeing the seat of fate. And I can't let you destroy yourself, Decima. I'm sorry." And I'm going to use my hero points to augment one of the abilities I already have, Chronal Shift. And I want to boost it and undo everything that just happened and be the one to take on. I want to split timelines and be in the timeline where I took this power and not my twin.
Let me think about this. I might need to consult with our co-DM here, as it takes some player agency, which breaks my heart. But let me think about this, because that's super fucking badass. And if this were just an NPC,
actually,
we'd be like,
I know
yes.
what I would like to do, actually. I don't want to do that. I want to, because I just gave myself an idea. I'm going to take the Nonomat from the different timeline where Nonomat did take this power and bring him here. And now he is an ally of mine. Now, Decima has their echo, and I do too.
I will accept this if it functions like an echo. So you will both have echoes on this end as you pull in your own Nonomat, covered in shadows, eyes glowing yellow. Yes.
I think that'll work.
Decima. And I am going to use my movement to back away. Would that have been an action or bonus action? What would that have been?
Hero point is a free action.
Okay.
So you can just use that and yeah. So you're good. You can still do something.
Does Tasha's Mind Whip still prevent me from reacting in this when you do this? Okay,
Until your
cool.
next
Just double
turn,
checking.
yeah. So I back away. Use my full. I'm stuck on the ruler. Okay.
You gotta click at the top of the above the ruler. There's two up from it.
Oh, okay, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
While you're doing this, I just want to lay this out for our acolytes to know the true epicness that stands before them. Decima, coated in this black, shadowy essence, strong and bold as you run across this field to face your brother. And in a moment that as you make that step there, we see summoned another essence of darkness. This truly becoming a 2v2 fight, a way in which hero points have never been used before, but truly in the highest of spirits of what we hope to see here at D20 Deathmatch. No champions that not only do the Acolytes look down upon you favorably, but so does the Grandmaster. You truly are creating greatness before our eyes.
So just questions so I can map this out. If it's just like an echo, it just has 1 HP, right?
Typically, yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Also, I can tell you as well, because I have the Echo thing open. Echoes have AC 18, immune to all conditions. They use our stats for like saves and stuff like that. They can't be more than 30 feet away from us. And then takes a bonus to move them. And they can attack, and same as opportunity attacks, reaction.
Okay. Okay, perfect. So then I will, as I move away to this now dormant chest, I turn up and go, so I can't use ball bearings. Is that like specifically ball bearings?
How many balls did you bring to this fight?
I mean, technically I have like 1,000 in the bag, but I'm not going to use all of them. I just want I can't do the ball bearing thing, but if I had other items, that'd be cool, right? No?
Yes.
Oh, cool, perfect. I'm gonna take the tray that I took earlier and the now dormant chest. I'm gonna cast animate objects on those two.
Oh my
things.
god. All right.
Drax Chekhov's gun returns.
And those were those kind of like tiny, small, medium. What kind of?
I mean, this chest it's like a treasure chest, so it's it's like a medium-sized object for sure.
Okay. And how about the tray? Could they have different stats depending on the size of them?
The tray would probably be small. I mean, it's just a tray, right?
Yeah.
It's 5 pounds.
And those two things will float up. And for my bonus action, I'm going to command them to attack Decima.
All right. Roll to hit with them.
AC 18.
Yes, it's going to be a little bit harder to hit this time. So small. Okay, cool.
Oh boy.
Jeez.
23 and 29 to hit.
Do we just have like Beauty and the Beast where it's
wait.
the end fight scene and the furniture is just
No,
attacking?
the 23 is
Oh,
my
just added together. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. So you got a 12 and a 17.
Okay, 12.
Okay, that's.
So plus 8.
You're like, hold on, time out.
I'm like, wait, hold on. Yeah. No, you got raw 12, raw 17, so add whatever your modifier
Probably
is.
should have done these separately because the small item, which is the tray, has a +6 to hit, but the medium item has a +5 to hit.
Well, let's just do them in order.
I
Small,
think they both
larger.
hit.
So
Okay.
18
They
will
both
be
hit.
a half damage, a glancing blow with the tray.
Okay. I'll do the damage for the box first then.
Okay.
Which is 2d6 +1.
Excellent, excellent.
10 points of bludgeoning damage for the box, and then the tray is 1d8 +2. Then we can. So 3 points of bludgeoning damage from the box, and from the tray, and that will be the end of my turn as I say, Decima, please, we don't need to do this. You're already
Decima-
corrupt by this power. How do you think you can be able to handle the seats, the throne of the God of Fate?
In response, Decima doesn't say anything, but you can feel, because Decima is facing, I think, the echo version of Nonomat, but you can see their body tense up, and in their back where there are shadows, the shadows start to spin themselves into thread, like the threads of fate itself, and they start to snake their way over towards you, and just as they land towards Nonomat's feet, Decima over one shoulder says, "This is not corruption, if I'm right." And with that, I would like to have the echo attack, the echoes, these shadows of these acolytes in the past, these warriors of the past, attack Nonomat, while at the same time, I will deal with your echo.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I think you can. I think you can attack individually with them. I don't think that they'll be able to take all. You can split your 3 attacks.
Okay,
Let's do it
perfect.
that way.
In addition to that, before I actually attack, Decima is going to, I'm going to activate my rage, use my bonus action to activate my rage. And what you see is Decima takes this great axe, hoists it back, and as he hoists it back, he yells out and he says, "This is for Morta." And you can see the eyes starting to glow even brighter and brighter, the shadows starting to roil off of his body even more as he makes the attack. And I'm just gonna do 3 times. The first one is the echo on Nonomat, which is a 20. The second one I'm gonna do on this echo, which is 24. And then the third one is also gonna be on the echo as well, because I get 2 attacks and the echo gets 1, which is a 14.
So the echo on the first strike, I'm going to use my reaction again. The moment it strikes, and again pulses off of me to take out this echo for my reaction before the second one can hit. I think you just destroyed the echo. My other echo as well. Yeah.
Well, you know what? You used a hero point. Roll a con save.
I have advantage on those.
You do now, that's true.
Yeah.
They're transparent armor.
Saving throw. Advantage.
Oh
Nat
my
20.
God! It's a natural 20.
Yeah, that'll do it. You just say that calmly. Nat 20. Nat 20!
The echo. So, the echo is intrinsically linked to you through time. You will still take half of the damage that it was supposed to take, but it is still standing.
I get to re-roll all of that damage because that is both
Nice.
1s and 2s.
Do it.
Right, roll like absolute garbage. I get to re-roll that 1 really quickly. You take 12 points of slashing damage total, so whatever the half is what you take.
Okay.
So you'll take
So-
6 through that connection with your echo here, and so that's on you for sure. Okay. And then what was the
And you
damage
can-
for the regular ones on him? Did you already figure that out?
Do they still hit you even though you dispelled it?
The first one would hit. Right?
I dispelled it on the first strike, so only the next ones don't hit because I would have stopped it from attacking the other ones.
Yeah, so they don't hit you.
Okay.
Excellent.
So I think the way that you feel it is Decima takes their axe and while yelling that out, like slices through the echo. And I think it slices through where theoretically, does this echo of you also wield a staff?
Yes, I think it does.
Okay.
Yeah.
It hits the echo's hands, like where they are wielding the staff, and it hits the hands and kind of slices through and cuts their wrist, ideally making it a little bit difficult to sort of hold on. And you can feel this. I think the shadow that is pulsing off of Decima kind of like comes through their axe and through this echo Nonomat and into your body, and that is where the pain hits you in your hands as well.
And I think like almost like looking at a time lapse of a wound healing. The wound appears on my hand, but then also just immediately heals over and scars over, as if this was a wound given to me many, many years ago.
Just for the sake of history in this fight, your hands have been dealt some damage time and time again specifically. So keep an eye on those.
Yes. That's definitely a thing I should keep in mind. That's a good point. Okay.
If you like them, that is.
I'm a bit of a fan of my hands.
You could get rid of it.
Take it or leave it.
Okay. Well, that was your turn, right? Okay.
That is my turn.
Okay. My turn, as I think the Grandmaster warns me of my hands, I go, okay, yeah, no, good point. I'm a fan of my hands. And as I shake my hand to kind of ready myself, I'm going to use a free action, takes no action, Arcane Recovery, and I'm going to regain a 5th level spell slot. And as I breathe in and steady myself, I breathe out, and the hand that was slashed starts to glow, almost like the breath coalesces around it, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and you see a spectral hand, large category sized, appear as I cast Arcane Hand. And you see the tray and the box just drop lifeless because I dropped concentration on those, and a massive hand appears and shoots towards Decima. And this hand is so I can just put the description here. Arcane Hand. Oh, I ignore that damage. I thought I was going to put the description in. I'll just read it. So a massive arcane hand category size large appears, has an AC of 20 with hit points equal to my maximum hit points. It has a strength of 26 with +8 to strength and a dex of 0. I think everything. Yeah, so I'm going to launch it towards Decima, and it's going to, I think, immediately go for a clenched fist and go to swing at Decima. As you see, Nonomat swing as if they're punching, and a massive arcane hand mimics the movement to slam into them. And you can see in the arcane hand is the same scar as well.
Nice detail.
Okay, I need to still roll for it. Should I keep that roll or should I just re-roll?
Up to you.
Do you like it?
You want to roll again?
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, it hit 21 hits, so if you want to take it, go for it. If you want to re-roll, go for it.
I'm gonna stick with it.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick with it.
Go for it. Go for it.
Smart choice.
How much damage?
Yeah.
So that does 4d8 force damage.
Ouch.
Is it? Yeah.
Screaming.
There we go. 15 points of force damage. As it slams into Decima, and it just kind of floats there menacingly, I guess. I don't know. I think it's very not menacing because it mimics exactly what my hand is doing, and I think my hand is like nervously clenching, so you can see the arcane hand's doing the same.
Does it sweat? Do you have hand sweat?
I think, yeah, spectral hand sweat, like before it hits the ground it dissipates, but
I love those details.
Just dripping sweat onto the ground.
Your
I'm
moist
like,
hand
I'm so
reaches
sorry,
out.
and like rub my hand on my robe to like try
The hand rubs on the ground.
on the ground. Yeah.
Trying to get it up on the grass.
And that's an action. What can you do a bonus action with your echo?
Oh, you can move it, so you can teleport it where you would like it to go. Let's see, you can move it. It costs 15 feet of your own movement to move it. You can like swap places with it, basically. You can also have it move 30 feet in any direction. However, that requires no action. That's free. That's it.
Okay. So I don't have a token for it, but I think like the hand would be like here,
Okay.
Okay.
around there, and I'm gonna have my echo move around without leaving your space, but like move around to interpose. So you have to get through them to get to me as I back up a bit more.
Making that wall.
Yes.
Anything else for your turn as you take those steps backwards?
No, I think that's my turn.
Excellent. As you note for a quick second that you realize that you've forgotten about something,
Yes.
as it is the end of round 2. That sizzling that you've somehow gotten accustomed to in just 2 rounds feels at home, but it gets louder like a firecracker getting ready to explode.
No.
And you look down in your pocket and you see this potato now morphing in weird ways, bulging out as if it's trying to contain itself, going to reds and oranges and blues as it gets smaller and gets bigger, back and forth before it explodes. And that will cause 17 points of fire damage. Pretty
Anything
friendly.
that help? Absolutely. As this happens, I'm going to cast Absorb Elements as a reaction. As I go, oh no, and I quickly like clasp my hands around it, and as I do, a golden light appears around my hands. And it's very much like how in cartoons where it's like someone like clasps down on a grenade and it still explodes in their hand, but they manage to keep it under control. And I'll absorb I become resistant to fire damage as I absorb some of the fire damage and take, is that what, 8
We round
points of
up.
damage instead?
So we do 9.
9 points of damage instead.
Yes.
And my next melee attack will have some additional fire damage on it.
No, that's not how my hot potato goes. And the Grandmaster, angry. I'm not even gonna add my modifier on there. It's gonna hit you as she throws a barrage of potatoes at you.
Ow,
You
ow.
can't just not have my hot potato explode. Are you kidding me? I did that gift for a reason. You'll take an additional 10 points of bludgeoning potato damage.
Oh.
Absorb this.
Okay, I understand. Oh.
Don't you dare try to take and minimize the effect of my potatoes. You have any idea how hard it is to curse a potato to explode after 2 rounds? It takes a lot of magic. You think the only thing you need to have prepared for it is a potato and some explosions, but it requires a lot of materials.
I apologize.
Thank you.
You know, I never did anything like that. Personally, I've never disrespected you like that, so I just want to make that very clear.
That is true. That's true. You would have just taken the full explosion head on because that's what one does.
Yeah, I would have eaten the
wanna point
potato and
out
it would have
that-
exploded inside of me, so.
I do want to point out that they're a lot burlier than me. You know, I think that I have to work with what I have, which is not much, as I like raise my arm and like point out the very little muscle.
Maybe if you ate more potatoes.
I'm not. Starch just sits around really badly for me, so I've just been kind of watching what I eat. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, no more of these excuses. The two of you have entered this arena to challenge essentially the fate itself. Will you not take it into your own hands? This arena will only stand for so much longer, or it will devour both of you. Who is it that will control the fates by the end of this? Which of you will dare challenge the gods, should you choose? Shadow King, I saw your shallow 10. You don't even need to say it out loud. It's embarrassing. Let's continue into our next round.
Round number 5!
Taking fate into our own hands, huh? Well, sibling, I decide your fate from now on, so get used to it. And Decima is going to take Rare Great Axe and swing it around, and instead of hitting the Echo Nonomat, is going to hook the great axe, the blade of it, around Echo Nonomat's horns, and is going to, ideally, what I'm trying to do is swing Echo Nonomat around into the arcane hand and push the two of them up against, as far as I can get it, towards actual, real Nonomat.
I think you're gonna need a contested strength to see if you can pull them first, and then we'll do it from there.
All right, let's do it.
So do you need the strength from the hand or the Echo Nonomat?
Would be the echo.
Echo, okay.
I got a dirty 20.
Dang! Someone's been working out. Pumping iron, pumping potatoes, because that's what we do.
Pumping potatoes, yeah. That's how we do it.
I don't lift weights. I lift potato sacks.
Oh,
16. All right, you are able to pull this echo with that strength. We'll just say the hand gets tied in there as well. You can launch him as a improvised weapon.
Okay.
Let's say you could get it all the way to him, just because that's fun.
All right. I'm not exactly sure what my DC is for improvised weapons. Is that just strength or?
Well, that would just be to hit. Just roll it like an unarmed attack.
Okay.
And then for damage, use your goring rush, since you both have horns, right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, use your goring stats if it hits. Oh,
I'm sorry. That sounded like such a Mario game sound.
It rolled. The dice rolled, so it looked like it was gonna be really good, and then it went to a 3, and I was like, well, all right.
That's adorable. Like Toadstool voice there.
you're able to
Hire
chuck
me
these
to make
things.
sounds for your video games, I guess.
You're able to chuck them, but you're not gonna get there to deal any damage.
So I think instead what you see is that Nonomat, you feel it too because you're connected to this echo. So as soon as Decima hooks their blade around the Echo Knight's horns, you can feel your own horns start to like get pulled, and you start to feel that dizzying feeling as I like swing the echo around and throw it at your feet. I was intending to hurt you, but I think the echo in the hand just kind of like land at your feet unceremoniously and like not gracefully at all. And Decima looks at you and says, "That is not your fate. I decide your fate now."
Decima, you don't. You really don't. No one should. No one should be able to decide fate. That seat should be left empty for us to choose, each individual to choose.
If we were left to choose, Morta would have still died. There would be nothing preventing his death. Is that what you want?
That. No, I want destiny in our hands.
Exactly.
Not someone's hands.
In my hands is where destiny belongs. And with that, Decima is going to run up, and I am going to, with my movement, I am going to run up and jump onto the arcane hand and use it like a launch pad in order to jump off of it and onto Nonomat. I can't actually attack you with this because I used my action to do the other thing, but I am going to try and like essentially like not necessarily grapple you, but like keep you pinned in some way.
I want to make sure I'm understanding. You're flying through the air and landing, right,
Yes.
on Nonomat.
Yes.
I'm actually going to give you an opportunity to roll fall damage.
Ooh.
Okay.
You are
Okay.
using yourself essentially as a projectile, and somebody who's had like their nieces and nephews lunge themselves at me, I guarantee you take damage. Those little suckers throw their legs right at your face.
I would like to.
So valid.
Okay, could I do a thing or attempt to do a thing to hopefully mitigate some of the damage I might take in this? You're jumping on my hands. I would like to
Yes.
grasp on them before they can leave. I was like,
Try it.
grab them
Try
with
it.
my arcane hands.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna need a dex off.
Okay.
I get advantage on those, baby.
You're like, yes, let's do that.
Oh.
Oh, should I do it? I'm gonna use silvery barbs and go. What would Mortar say? And you have to re-roll and take the lower die.
What would Morta say? How dare you bring up the?
I'm not the one
Brutal.
bringing that
Brutal.
apparition of Mortar to attack me. But is it a saving throw or check? Saving throw. Okay.
Yeah.
It's probably not gonna help.
And
but-
Decima's got to re-roll. Oof.
Natural 20!
Well, I don't think I win either way, because that's a nat 20, baby.
Yeah.
As I still spend a spell slot doing that, but I say, what would Mortar say? And as I say that, I clench my fist, and Arcane Hand grabs you and holds you in place.
Wow.
And Decima is unable to move anywhere. I think the great axe is like in his hands, but it's like down, like pointing towards the ground. And he looks furious at you. And you don't recognize your sibling at all in this moment, covered in shadows with this fiery light coming out of Rare eyes. Ray looks at you with rage. This unbridled rage. Sure, you've seen them angry in battle before. That's what they do. Not like this. Not when you invoked our sibling.
Mortar wouldn't want us fighting like this, but you give me no choice, Decima. You give me no choice.
Let me go. Unhand me.
Quite literally unhand.
Quite literally.
I love that.
So is it my turn, I guess? Is my question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You stopped my movement. Yeah, it's your
Yeah.
turn.
I step back further. And with you in my Arcane Hand's grasp, I'm going to use another ability they have. And they squeeze. And you immediately take, I believe it is 2d6 plus my spellcast modifier damage of bludgeoning damage. They squeeze onto you. And yeah, that'll be for my bonus action.
You have to make a melee spell attack for the hand, right?
No, so with clenched fist, which is what I swung with, that's a melee. So I think there's 4 things I can do with my fist.
Yeah.
Clenched fist is a swing. What I'm doing right now is grasping hand.
Oh, grasping hand. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I figured since I already have them in my grasp,
Okay.
yeah, I'm just gonna squeeze.
Yeah, I don't think I can do anything to like prevent it. I'm here.
Yeah.
You're in there.
You feel held.
Oh, that's actually kind of nice.
Yeah.
It's like a weighted blanket.
Until the squeezing starts.
Still squeezing, so that's 13 points of bludgeoning damage, but I think you're raging, so that'll be halved.
All right.
And from where I stand, with holding concentration on that, I am again going to cast Tasha's Mind Whip as I bring my thoughts, memories, every good memory, every time we've seen Mortar smile at us, play over us, from when we were young to when we're now adults, and then the last day we saw Mortar alive. I'm going to bring that from my head and whip it out, and I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
That was an 8.
You take. I think I'm upcasting this as well. You take. Gee, does upcasting even do anything? I can just attack another creature. I don't need to upcast it. You take.
You just attack. Attack harder.
9 points of psychic damage, and again, you lose your reaction, and you must choose between movement, action, or bonus action. As I think we've fought before. Like we're siblings. We fight when we were young, and I think a lot of these memories are like good memories of Mortar, and also memories of Mortar reprimanding us for fighting, saying that your siblings should have each other's back. You shouldn't be doing this, and that racks through your mind as I whip you with this memory.
And if I may, I think it's not just one, but it's like, because it's multiple memories, right? So I think it's like pieces of the mind whip hitting one lash, 2, 3, and every time that a different piece of your mind whip hits Decima, a little bit of the shadows start to snake off of his body and start to fall to the ground, similar to the weird hand sweat that the arcane hand had, but falls off of his body and just like dissipates on the ground as the soul energy that he had consumed starts to almost like he's losing his grip on it, losing his will to hold on to it, like falls away. And in there, still struggling, still trying to get out, I think Decima like closes his eyes, clenches, and you can see the furrowed brow, and he says, "Stop! This isn't going to work. Morta's not here anymore. That's the problem. That's the problem." And Decima is going to try to escape out of the clenched fist.
I think that's a strength against strength, or athletics against, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, let's do athletics against each other.
Yeah.
So the hand has its own stats.
Okay.
24.
24.
While you're looking that up,
Berlin
I
Minotaur.
also want to note, this is now the second time you used Tasha's mind whip. What? Let me finish, and then we'll discover what happens with that nat one. I'm gonna tell you, this is not gonna be good.
I know, I'm going to use, because I did use silvery barbs.
Yes.
And I can, when I use silvery barbs, I get disadvantage to someone, and then I get advantage on the next any roll I need within the end of my turn. So I'm gonna roll that again.
Apply
So
that.
at least not
Apply
get
that.
one.
Clever.
Yeah.
Clever.
Yeah,
Let's see
I'm
if
gonna
you
at
get
least
another
not
nat
get
one,
that.
or if the dice will let you bypass
if I get in that
this.
one, maybe the face one did.
Decima wants it, you mean?
19.
Okay. Still,
All right.
Still fail it, but yeah.
So you still fail it, but I also want to note, with this mind whip, the third time you will use it, Decima will have an advantage in rolling against, because this has happened time and time, and as siblings know, we know how each other starts to fight. We learn. And so keep that in mind.
Oh.
Excellent. So with that hand not being able to hold grasp, it releases. Decima, you slip out, able to move now. Should you choose, of course, you only have so many options when it is your turn.
Yes. And I think blinded by the fury and being feeling the power starting to slip away from him, it pushes them into panic mode. I think it's like a animal that's been cornered and they don't know what else to do. And he's so desperate to fix this problem, to fix it. And why can't you just see that what I'm trying to do is fix the problem? And Decima is going to, despite the fact that the hand is still around, everything is still up, is going to charge at this echo version of Nunamat that is in front of him, and is going to make a beeline towards you specifically, but is going to grab onto this echo and try and ram it and themselves into you.
Okay.
I recognize that probably gives the hand opportunity attack,
It
but that's
does.
fine.
Yeah.
Charge away.
Roll the
All right, what would
roll the hands attack first, since you're moving. Let's just settle that.
Please with my spell modifier was the. I think I just clicked the roll button. Actually, yeah.
Yeah. It was it a +8 earlier?
It's not letting me roll because I have no spell slots left, but I'm concentrating on this, so I can
Just
still
roll a
use it.
roll a d20, and then just add your modifier.
I think my modifier is at +8,
Correct.
+9.
+9. Oh, 9.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Terrifying.
Yes.
Absolutely terrifying.
Needed it though.
Yeah, 16. It doesn't hit.
That is not hit. Oh my god, I lost all my points.
Oh wait,
Oh.
undo that.
I
Undo
know where I
that.
was. Don't worry. I don't worry. I know where I was.
All right,
Is
you're
that Desmond killed themselves? Just like
roll a,
They just
Ouch.
implode, I guess.
roll it to hit with your. You can use your axe. Roll it to hit on this shadow. Okay, yeah, you're able
28?
to. You're able to push it back, and you're able to. You can push yourselves back over into him if you want.
And as this echo Nonomat hits the actual Nonomat, I think Decima was sort of pushing this echo away and wanting to focus on the actual Nonomat now, kind of like turns to you, faces you, and with their great axe out, points it towards you with one hand, which shouldn't be possible, but I think in this shadow form, they're able to hold it with one hand, just hold it, not attack with it, and points it towards you and says, if you think you're so right, if you think that nobody should be able to control the fates, then what are you doing right now? Killing me. Are you not deciding somebody's fate?
I'm deciding the fate of one to save the fates of many, Decima. You are choosing to take the fate of one to control the fate of many.
And you really believe that that's what's best for everyone,
I do.
for us.
I do.
And Decima will throw his great axe at your feet. Then kill me. Prove to me that you want this, that you're right.
I think I'm taken aback by this as I see you drop the great axe. And I look to you. Decima, if I don't kill you here, what will you do?
If you don't kill me here, then you don't get to decide my fate. You don't deserve it. Be brave for once.
I've been chastised quite a bit today for how I fight. I summoned those ball bearings, and apparently that's different to you summon your echo. I had that taken away from me, playing to my strength, despite you playing to yours. And now you're calling me a coward, saying that I'm not brave. I'm standing in a realm I've never seen before, amongst acolytes cheering for one of us to die in front of what I can only imagine are the equivalent of gods or demons, for entertainment. And I haven't ran. I've taken the blows just as much as you have. And yet, you stand here and say that I'm not being brave. That's when you know me, I'm scared out of my mind. But it does not mean I'll run. I need to do this. I need to stop you from not just losing yourself, but hurting others. And if that means I have to kill you, I will.
I know you believe that. You've always believed in the good of everything and the good of people. But you've always been afraid of acting on it. Consider this your final test, then. Act on it.
I step back and I just watch what they do as I step back.
You step back, and behind you, you feel a presence form. And it is the echo of Morta. You feel a hand the same as you felt before on your shoulder. And it feels warm just like it did before. But it tightens against your shoulder. I think you can tell that it is a warning not to run.
Without looking behind me, I place my hand on the grip of the hand. And I say, I think you can see there's power on my tongue as I say this. And I say, I'm sorry, Decima. And with that, I'm going to cast Rolithim's Psychic Lance. And I believe that's an intelligence saving throw. As I unleash a lance of psychic energy from my forehead by uttering a creature's name. Decima.
Decima doesn't fight back. I auto-fail.
And I deal... What is that? 7d6 psychic damage. I deal 23 points of damage. And again, as I grip the hand on my shoulder, I use my bonus action to move my arcane hand to slam into the... I think you're just standing, but to slam into Decima.
And she's incapacitated.
So I guess I have an advantage. Yes, you are incapacitated. Yes, I have advantage. Yeah.
Take your moment to think of what you want. As you stand there in that moment, it's as if time is standing still. The acolytes frozen in place, holding their breath, waiting your action and what you will decide.
The hand just slowly floats over and gently wraps around the currently incapacitated Decima. And again, I say under my breath, I'm sorry. And I'll use clenched fists and strike the incapacitated Decima.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. For 48 points of damage. $19 points of, I believe that is force damage.
I had 18 HP. I think as this fist slams into Decima, Decima is pushed onto their knees and they are on the ground. I think their mossy green hair, which had been in sort of like a half up, half down situation, kind of falls in front of their face, covering part of it. And they look up at you and they smile at you. A genuine, real smile. None of that condescension, no smirk. And with their dying breath, they say to you, "Don't be sorry. Morta would be proud." As the life drains from Decima's body, the shadows, I think, falling away and off of them, leaving just Decima in their wake.
And so you do lay softly in this field of purple. It's gentle. That fog softens even lower into the ground, as if it's a blanket now covering you, a shroud, giving the mere outline of your body left.
I take a moment to look down at my beloved twin. And I get down onto my knees and lift them up so they can rest their head on my lap. And I think I just quietly rock back and forth as I sing a song from our childhood that Mortal used to sing for us often, as I wait for whatever comes next.
And as you wait, you feel a hand on the back, on your shoulder, reaching over as the Shadow King appears.
Well, don't be sad. Family is difficult for everyone.
Yes. I'm not entirely sure what comes next, but...
Well, that was an impressive fight. You look hungry. Let me make you a taco.
As he helps you stand to your feet, and as he snaps his fingers, a giant tortilla comes out of nowhere, wrapping around your body. And in the distance, you hear footsteps. And from over the treetops, a giant parched the trees, dandruff flowing from his head into the wind.
Let me introduce you to Kyle. He loves Taco Tuesday.
As that giant stomps closer and closer to you.
Seeing your hesitation in this moment as you're wrapped up apparently in a tortilla, the Grandmaster in a moment wipes away her tears as she was just swept by the scene that she just witnessed. You will not take his life today. And she will drop down, not even opening her wings. She will drop down, hitting the ground with a thud, shattering all of this fog where it clears entirely, holding out her own spear to the throat of the Shadow King himself.
Well, this is interesting. You're going to deny Kyle a meal?
Kyle doesn't need a meal. This
has put on some weight.
He deserves to live. This is the fight that we've been waiting for. This is what we look for in every deathmatch. Nonomat gave you everything. This, the moment where they face their fears, they find courage, they know their values, they know what they need to do. Nonomat put everything on the line. That is what a deathmatch does. It asks us to bare our souls, to be willing to sacrifice ourselves or those we love for what we hold true. And in this discussion of fate, did not Nonomat prove to us that truly fate is our right for our own individual selves, but we should not take it from others? What is it that you do here? Take it from him?
Yes, well, I can see this means something to you, and well, I'm not such a bad guy.
I beg of you. I have let you take in so many lives. Well, I've had to stand and watch, but give me just this one. I cried.
Well, I can't say no to you. You're like a daughter to me. And besides, none of these lives mean anything to me anyways.
As he snaps his fingers and the tortilla disappears.
Have it your way.
Go. And she'll quickly grasp that amulet and it will open. Just the smallest of portals. Run.
I look back at the body of Decima. Can I?
Yes.
And I'll use the arcane hand, which is still up, and gently pick up Decima, and both I and Decima will run through the portal.
And in a moment of silence, looking at the Shadow King. Thank you. Even if this will cost me, I will pay that.
Oh, don't look so sour. I was happy to do it for you. We're getting along famously. Besides, if we don't have family, what do we have? Should you do the honors tonight, then, since this is your show now?
Very well. Her wings open as she looks to the acolytes. Welcome and good night to D20